Hi, and welcome back to Can She Craft It, a show about all things crafted. My name is Marlow Everly, and today we're going to be making a Newt Scamander cosplay. If you've been following my videos, you know that I'm going to be Gellert Grindelwald this year for Halloween. So I was really excited when my husband told me that he wanted to cosplay with me and be Newt Scamander, the hero to my villain. So when I first started looking for pieces for this costume, I of course went to all the thrift stores in my area to just see what I could find. However, the teal overcoat and mustard yellow vest is just not something that's easy to find. So then I went online to see if I could find anything that I could maybe alter from an eBay or another online marketplace. I was so excited to find a 3-piece costume from ThinkGeek.com. They were having some amazing sale and I got really lucky. So I will link that below and hopefully you'll get lucky too. So besides those 3 pieces, I also picked up a white shirt from the thrift store as well as some pants that I then altered. I will link the video below that I used to alter the pants to make them a more of a skinny leg. And then I also made Pickett the Bow Truckle from scratch. Check out that video if you haven't already. And then I also made his fantastic bee suitcase from scratch. So keep watching if you want to see me put the whole look together. We're going to get started with the suitcase DIY. For this project, you're going to need some faux leather, a suitcase-style craft box, and some hot glue. Now this craft box had this ridiculous phrase on it, so I just wanted to get rid of it as soon as possible. So to start, I am cutting out the piece of leather that I'm going to need to cover the bottom of this craft box. I'm doing the lid and the bottom pieces separately. So now I'm just applying it with some hot glue, and this goes right below where the crease of the box is. And now I'm going to cut out the leather so that the hinge will be exposed. So here's what this looks like, and now I'm just going to do it on the other side and expose the other hinge. Voila! So now I'm going to flip this around and apply some hot glue to the bottom. And now it's time to remove the handle. So to do this, you're going to use an Xacto knife very carefully to go around the fastener, and then you're going to press the fastener out with a screwdriver. I had to do the Xacto knife on both sides, and it does take a little bit of effort, but you can get it out cleanly. So now I'm just going to basically cover the front of this box the way I just did the back. So I'm cutting out the area to expose the locking mechanism on the front. So that's what that looks like, and I'm going to do the other side. So now we're going to start removing the excess leather from the front. Just make sure you take your time and cut this out nice and straight. So here's what the front looks like. And you can see that it closes. So now we're going to work on the side. You're going to use some hot glue to adhere, and your corner should look like this. So basically you pinch the fabric at the corner together, you cut a straight line up, and then you glue down the edges. Now we're going to remove that excess flap, and you should have a finished side. I'm just gluing a little bit more, and that's what it looks like. So you'll see it better on this side. So I glue, pinch, cut, and then glue again. So basically that's it. You're just going to repeat this process on the lid and your suitcase should look like this. Now we're going to attach the handle by cutting an X with the Xacto knife, pushing our screwdriver through the leather, and now we're going to use some hot glue to put the handle back in place. So here is your suitcase. So these next elements are optional. I'm using Model Magic to create the corner pieces. You're just going to form a circle and then you're going to press that circle into the corner. So I'm going to do that on all of the corners of the suitcase. And now I'm going to make the muggle-worthy lock. So this is a dime-shaped piece of Model Magic, and then I'm going to use a craft stick to form the keyhole. Now I'm going to shape the little locking mechanism with my fingers and apply it again with the craft stick, just pressing it into the other piece of clay. And now I'm going to form the muggle-worthy lock that pops out. So basically I'm just cutting the shape and then I'm going to again use the craft stick to kind of press the two pieces of clay together. And then I'm going to let this dry. Now we're going to paint the inside of the box. I didn't want flowers, so this is a light yellow. I believe I did 2 to 3 coats of this yellow, and then I also went over the edges of this box with a black, so you'll see that here, to just make it look like the leather continued up the side. This is just a base coat of black. We're going to be dry brushing some gold on top. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, check out the Elder Wand one if you want some in-depth tips on dry brushing. So basically it's a base coat of black and then we're going to go over with a light coat of gold. It's going to give it a really cool antique look. Now it's time for the hard part, the lettering. It is so small. This is a 00 brush that I'm using, but I actually found that a toothpick lightly dipped in paint was really helpful in getting a crisp looking letter. So you might want to just use a toothpick instead or make your lock a little bigger so that your lettering is not so small. So that's what it looks like. Now it's just glued in place. And in my haste, I accidentally painted the corners the wrong color. So now I'm just going over, they're supposed to match the leather of the box. So I'm gonna go over with a dark kind of brown black, and then I'm going to put another coat of a tawnier brown on top so it will match the case. So that's what it looks like finished. And here's the inside. And here's what it looks like filled with fantastic beasts. So here is the Newt Scamander costume. The overcoat, bow tie, and vest were purchased at ThinkGeek.com in a set. The scarf was knitted by my wonderful sister-in-law, Robin. Thank you so much. And then the pants and shirt were from Goodwill that I just altered. We also added a pocket watch that my husband had. And here is the final look. As always, thank you for watching. I so appreciate the love and support I've been getting on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. If you liked this video, hit the thumbs up and subscribe and turn on the notifications bell if you don't want to miss an episode. I'll be posting new videos every Monday at noon Pacific Standard Time. Coming up next week, I will be transforming one of my dogs into a Niffler and the other into a Thunderbird. So if you don't want to miss the two cutest fantastic beasts in the universe, tune in next week.